Hello, friend. I'm glad you've joined me. I'm Reverend Anna, the Senior Minister of Unity of Austin, and I want to share some thoughts with you today about love as our resurrection. Here's something Jesus shared with his disciples, and that includes us. This is in the Gospel of John, chapter 13, verses 34 through 35. Here's what he said. I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another. By this, everyone will know that you're my disciples, if you have love for one another. And here's something from Rumi, the Sufi Mystic and Poet. He wrote, they say there's a doorway from heart to heart, but what's the use of a door when there are no walls? Living love is living our resurrection. Even though our spiritual nature is love, bringing that love into action takes work. Living love means self-awareness and requires our willingness to grow. Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore writes in his book, The 12 Powers, love is the pure essence of being that binds together the whole human family. For that quality of spiritual love to be real in our relationships, we must learn to express it untainted by human selfishness. Whew, that's a tall order. Jesus didn't say it would be easy, but he did say it would be worth it. We humans have a lot to unlearn concerning what we've called love. Our experience through the COVID pandemic has shown us that. Claiming our rights without honoring our responsibility toward our larger community is not love. Being in the soup with people is not love. Love is knowing where I end and you begin. It is respecting your individuality and my own. It is learning to kindly negotiate healthy boundaries so we both get what we need. It is making agreements and keeping them and owning up and making amends when we mess up. It is staying connected with God, self, and one another, even when it's hard and even when it's scary. Love is owning the spiritual necessity to continue growing and learning about ourselves and understanding what it means that we are one in spirit. At Unity of Austin, we affirm that we are a Christ-conscious community, the living body of Christ. We work to make that actual. I'm always struck by how often new people and guest ministers have remarked that the energy here feels so genuinely good. That's important. A spiritual community is useful to people to the degree that it commits to walking its talk in the way it lives and creates relationships. We're doing it. And of course, we are a work in progress. We continue to learn, deepen our authenticity, grow in our skills, creatively mine differences, and develop our relationships. What we do here, how we create community from spiritual principle matters. Not every spiritual community chooses to undertake this. It's a lot easier to talk about this stuff than it is to practice it. As we move through this transition time of my retirement as senior minister and the church's readying for new leadership, it serves us well to continue to live our resurrection, to live our authentic love. In God's right action, we now place our full trust. Now that's resurrection. God bless you in the love and the light of the risen Christ.